everybody, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so we're gonna have a conversation about this R. Kelly trial day number 2. I've been reading about this here in reports, so let's break it down the way we know how. So, Jerry Lee Lewis made his way into this trial. So, according to this, so a new accuser is on trial. So let's start with there. We have a new accuser on trial. She took the stand, I believe, yesterday, and she's going by the name of Stephanie, but that's not her real name. And so she says that R. Kelly likened himself to Jerry Lee Lewis. If you don't know, Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin, Myra. And so at the restaurant Houston's, at the restaurant Houston's, R. Kelly said he was like Jerry Lee Lewis. And here's what she said R. Kelly said. R. Kelly says, we should be allowed to do whatever we want. Look what we give the world. She also said that R. Kelly said that he was like a genius, or that he was a genius. She said that she couldn't speak to any men except for R. Kelly. And this is very interesting that R. Kelly compares himself to Jerry Lee Lewis, because Jerry Lee Lewis's career actually took a huge tank. He was never the same again after he married Myra. So I don't know how that works, but okay. She also says, she also said that she was supposed to keep her body type. She was forced to have an abortion. She says that he would, and then Jane, I believe we said Jane was Azriel. Jane said that he would leave bruises and sometimes make her skin tear. Geronda Pace, of course, took this trial as herself. And so this accuser says that she met R. Kelly when she was about 17. She's now about 37 or 38, about 39. Based on this information, it seems like she would have been there at the same time as Sparkle's niece, because Sparkle's niece is 34, 35. So they might have come across each other, because if you remember, Sparkle's niece was 13 and this girl was 17, so they probably were there around the same time. I can't really make out who Stephanie is. I believe Stephanie said that she's never told her story before, so I believe this is a brand new person. Stephanie says that she was forced to call R. Kelly daddy. She told R. Kelly that she was 17. He knew. He said it was okay. She said that R. Kelly was both nice and charming and controlling and intimidating. And she said he put the fear of God in her quickly. She says she's felt humiliated and degraded. And she said it was the lowest time of her life. She says she had never spoken publicly before about the abuse before this hearing, and she said she will never speak about it publicly again. So we really wonder who this person is. I believe she said that she met R. Kelly, and she had a friend that wanted to be a singer, and so she figured it would be good for her to meet R. Kelly. But if you want to talk about who's 39, okay, let's talk about it, sis, because who also is 39 is K. Michelle. Now, I'm not saying this is K. Michelle, but it's very interesting that K. Michelle is also 39 years old. We know she had a history with R. Kelly. We know there was this singer thing. And she says her friend wanted to be a singer, but maybe she later wanted to be a singer. I don't know. But I think it's very interesting that K. Michelle is exactly the same age as this accuser. And this accuser says that she never spoke about this publicly. And she says she never will again. So that's very interesting. And she's going by Stephanie. Kimberly Stephanie. I don't know who it is. I don't know. I'm just, this is all allegedly. I have no idea who it is. But these are just some things that are ringing in my head. And so here's the other thing Jane also said yesterday, which I missed in my last video, is that Jane said that the nephew that she slept with had been groomed like her since she was very young. So whoever this nephew is a young man that was with R. Kelly for a very long time, it seems like, because she says he was groomed like she was. And so these accusers are coming out. Let me tell you, this is not good for R. Kelly. I know that people are very pro R. Kelly. There are still some supporters, but there's a lot going on, even more than the documentary. And so and R. Kelly's defense seems to be that the accusers are disgruntled exes with an agenda. I don't know. It's a lot of disgruntled exes with an agenda. It's not just one, it's several. And they all had a very similar story. So I don't know. So Stephanie is the third accuser to take the stand. So we heard Jane, we heard Jerhonda Pace. So we know Jerhonda Pace is Jerhonda. James seems to be Azriel Clary. I don't know who Stephanie is. I said it might be K. Michelle. I'm not sure. But it could be. And so we just know that she's going by Stephanie. I don't think Stephanie is her real name. I'm pretty sure. But I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. And I'm just like reaching at straws. Who knows? But all these women say they met him when they were 16 or 17. And he groomed them for sex. But this is very interesting to say that he likened himself to Jerry Lee Lewis, because it's interesting to know that R. Kelly acknowledged this. He acknowledged how much he liked very young girls, which is very troubling for me, because let's have this conversation, because this is why I say there's a lot of mind control going on, because people say these women wanted to be there. If I dated a man who was into only young girls, where is my place in his life? You don't. You're just a part of this weird cycle of women coming in and out of his life. And so that's why I feel like, in my opinion, that there was a lot of mind control there. And this is all allegedly and in my opinion, but it seems to be a lot of mind control there, because what woman in their right mind would go be with a woman and she specifically knows that at a certain point she will no longer be desirable or attractive to him, right? He's into young girls. He's into girls 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They feel what woman would want to carry on a relationship? Even if you said, you know what, I'm young, age ain't nothing but a number, and getting down ain't nothing but a thing. Even if you believe that, why would you want to date someone who you know is going to discard you after a certain age, right? That's just what it seems to me. And the second thing that I'm seeing with a pattern is a pattern of the women being under 18. So that is not a pertinence for young girls. That is a issue with breaking the law. That seems to be a God complex. Because if you peep, 17 and 18, it ain't that much different. 17 and 19, it ain't that much different. So to specifically only target girls that are illegal seems to me to be a part of a bigger mental issue with breaking the law and godlike complexes and issues with control and issues with believing you're above the law. That's my opinion, because it's 17, 18, what's the big difference? I'm pretty young, so I remember being 17 and 18. I was the same person. But hey, that's just me. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. Please comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. I love y'all so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.